Once I've applied a filter, or rather, when I'm in the all animals screen, regardless of whether I've applied a filter or not, I can select one of or many of the animals in my database and take an action with those animals. So I'm going to quickly add a filter just to show you how I can do this when I've got filtered animals as well. So we're going to add our condition score filter for our animals that have a condition score greater than 7, apply that, get our 29 animals back and take an action with these animals. I'll be adding them to a draft or sort list, but I'll also be talking through all of the actions that I can take with these animals. So I'm going to select all of these animals and I'm going to hit the action icon down here in the bottom right hand side. And I can see that I have a number of actions that I can take with these animals. I can do some sort of NATE compliance with them. Maybe I've been out, I've scanned all these animals into my farm, I've gotten home, and I need to register these animals with my local compliance scheme, such as NATE for New Zealand or NLAS for Australia, by clicking on the NATE compliance icon. By clicking on NATE compliance, I can go into a NATE wizard that we have in our in animal performance and perform some actions with those animals. I could add these animals to a draft list, which is what we're going to do for this example. I could add these animals to a mob. Say I had added these animals to a draft list and I've decided I'm going to be moving these animals from paddock to paddock together. Might be a good idea to add those animals to a mob so I can track their performance in the context of that mob. As my top performers, maybe I'm not drafting them off. Maybe I actually just want to add these guys to a management group because I want to keep an eye on these animals. I want to see these animals that are of a really high quality right now, how well am I doing at maintaining the performance of my top performers? Maybe I want to build a relationship between my top performers and who I've brought them from. So adding them to a group, I can track how those animals have performed over time, say those are my top performers, and perhaps I have another piece of data in my database that tells me who I've brought them from. So at the end of the season, I can make a decision, who did I buy these from? Do I want to buy more animals from this person? Or did they come from one person specifically? I can export the animals that I've selected. So maybe I've sold these animals. And I want to give the person that I've sold them to an export of the latest data that I had on those animals, their live weights, the average daily gains. So when I could be a grower, they could be a finisher. And as a finishing operation, when they bring them in and weigh them for the first time, they can see what condition they've lost. They can see what the latest treatment they had was, what their condition score was, etc. And maybe I've sold these animals. I don't actually want them in my database at all anymore. I can delete these animals from my database. Just keep in mind that that's going to delete those animals forever. So in filters, I can apply a filter and there's a number of actions I can take based on that filter to help me manage my animals.